Hey Scruffy, how you doing? Wow, that was a raspy meow. Wow. So Scruffy saw me at lunch when I brought out the water. He, so he wasn't this enthusiastic. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring out your, let's see, meaty pate with real chicken and tuna and kibble. So I got your food. Yeah. I think you're shedding. Your chest hair looks like it's falling off. Yeah. Well, it's raspy meow. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna walk past Scruffy and food on the table. Grab the glove. Okay. Yeah, Scruffy's into it tonight. I've been wondering about the past week or so. Scruffy's been dodging the brush and hasn't seemed very enthusiastic. So I think this is the most enthusiastic I've seen Scruff in a while. Hope that doesn't mean he's going to scratch me. So that's the one thing that's not happened in the last week or so. So I've at least gotten off without being scratched. So let's see. Yeah, weather was nice today. It's kind of cold this morning, but yeah, warmed up in the day. I think we're going to see more of that in the coming week. I thought I noticed a chance of rain at the end of the forecast. I don't believe it's actually going to happen, but keep my fingers crossed, because yeah, we desperately need rain. I actually still have not heard back from my appeal for the water rationing. So I filed an appeal, hoping they would increase my allocation. So they based it on our usage from a couple years ago or something like that. And my father was still alive, and I thought our water usage would be higher, so I wouldn't have to worry about too much rationing, because I've actually been not using enough water, in my opinion. So the rationing is really unfair, because they basically say you need to cut across the board no matter how little you used in the first place. So there's like no incentive to ration, because you just get punished more if you're already conserving water. So anyway, our overall our water usage was reasonable, but what happened was that they broke it down, I think, by month, and there were a bunch of months where our usage was really, really low. abnormally low. And I think it was because those are the periods where my dad was in the hospital, so we were not here. And so basically there was nobody really in the house for most of the month, or, of those months. And so I have this really inconsistent water rationing table where some months are like ridiculously low allotments, whereas basically I can't live here. And then there are other months where it's actually fairly generous, relatively speaking. Not that generous, but for the amount of water I use, I won't have to worry too much. But for the months, where they have this ridiculous amount of rationing, I don't think I can cut that little, or cut to that little amount. So there's an appeal process which they let you file online. So I filed it. I forgot when. It's probably over a month ago, maybe 2. Still haven't heard back, but I know the water company is really inefficient and slow, and I'm worried they're probably just going to say no because they don't have to care. Because I've dealt with the water company before, and they're not, dare I say, competent. So one time I was trying to set up automatic bill payment. So this is when my dad was becoming too ill to manage the bills, and I didn't want to have to worry about the water getting cut off, so I just wanted to put it on auto pay. And to my surprise, they make auto pay really, really hard. So they actually require you to mail in a physical check, and they want you to give them 2 months to process it. So I went through that, and then after all that, it didn't go through. So somebody screwed up, and they couldn't type in the stupid number correctly. And so the water bill didn't get paid. Didn't go through because they claim I made a mistake. It's like, no, I sent you an actual check. That's part of your process. I can't screw that up. It's a pre-printed check. I know the checking account's fine, and I know the number works because I use it for other things. And so I had to do the whole process again. So basically, after 4 months, I finally got the stupid thing on auto pay. But that's the water company for you. So that Scruffy's ready for his food. You ready for your food? Or you want more pets? I think you're ready. Okay, let's get your food. And I'm gonna grab the brush and see if Scruffy lets me brush him, because he's been dodging the brush recently. Okay, I think it may be his other side. So I'm gonna just kind of do the back here, and I'm going to stop. So I'll try the other side eventually, but not tonight. So I saw Scruffy this morning. It's kind of late morning. He jumped up on the table and he was sleeping. And I think, yeah, from mid-morning to lunchtime, that's basically where he was. I didn't see him early morning. So yeah, he came to the table later in the morning. And then, it was around lunchtime. Yeah, I was preparing my lunch. And I noticed he had just woken up. So at first, actually, he was asleep. I was just preparing my lunch, and then as I was finishing up the prep, I noticed he had gotten up, and he saw me, and he decided to jump down off the table, and then he walked over to the gray mat and was facing the door here. So I kind of thought maybe he was expecting me to come out or hoping I'd come out. So I decided I might as well bring out his water since he's awake down here. So I opened the door, and yeah, he's facing me, and then I slowly take a step out, I think, and I usually kind of expect him to hiss. So at first, he actually gave kind of a pathetic meow. So I thought maybe he wasn't going to hiss. And then right after that, I wasn't even moving. I was still just standing there. Then he hissed. Okay. And then after he hissed, I waited, I think, another moment or so. And then I think he backed up, and then I decided to put down the water. And he stayed back behind the table. So I went back inside, continued to film him for a little bit, and then eventually he came to the water bowl and started drinking. So not quite sure what to make of that, so he still doesn't seem to really trust me. And yeah, I don't remember if I saw him the rest of the afternoon or not. I don't think I did. So I went for a walk this afternoon. It's kind of a half walk, half run type thing. Since my run was kind of terrible yesterday, I thought maybe I should try. So I ended up kind of doing intervals or sprints. They're not. It's kind of half-hearted, so it wasn't as rigorous as my normal intervals, which I haven't done since I got injured. So I thought maybe I knew I wasn't going to do like the full-blown intervals today either, but I thought maybe I would sprint here and there just to make up for yesterday and see how I feel, because I don't like running 2 days in a row because I've injured myself doing that too often. So that's why I started biking in between, but I can't bike right now since I'm still injured. But I thought, one day, see how it goes. So the running 2 days in a row might work. I did notice some slight discomfort in my leg, so I didn't really push it too hard. I re-injure myself, but yeah, so it was kind of a walk/run, and I only did 2 laps. I didn't do 3. I actually left kind of late. I was working on something and it wasn't going well, but I needed to go out. So yeah, kind of cut my walk run a little shorter. So the fact that I was running part of it, I actually got through it a little faster too. So made up for the fact that I left late. But yeah, I didn't see any cats today. I was kind of surprised. I thought I'd at least see the porch cat, but yeah, I didn't even see the porch cat. So I was trying to figure out what Scruffy saw last night when he was at the end of dinner. So if you saw at the end of last night's video, there was a you could hear Scruffy shuffling, kind of running on the deck, and I caught a little bit of footage of him kind of scrambling. So I imagine he saw some little critter he was probably trying to eat. And I couldn't, I didn't see it on camera, and I was reviewing the footage to see if I got a glimpse of what he was chasing, but yeah, unfortunately I didn't catch anything. So, figured it was probably small and fast. I'm guessing it could have either been a mouse. I was thinking, so I've actually never seen a mouse run across the deck. Doesn't mean they haven't done it, but yeah, they've I actually don't see that many mice in the yard in general. I do see a lot of lizards though, so I was kind of thinking, I wonder if Scruffy was chasing a lizard. Though I usually see the lizards on the concrete or in the garden somewhere. I don't usually see them on the deck, but since I do see them around, makes me wonder. Yeah, maybe it could have been a lizard, but I don't know if Scruffy goes after lizards or not. But I do see them in the garden every now and then, so I know they exist. But maybe because they exist, Scruffy's not eating them. So the Japanese maple trees in the front are actually blossoming pretty well now. So it's only been, I think, a week since or maybe less than a week since I took some pictures. I didn't get any today, but last time I showed, the one with the green leaves was further along than the one with the red leaves. Now both of them are starting to look much fuller. So both of those trees are looking pretty good right now. Unfortunately, the tree back here is looking pretty bad. The two other trees around the corner are starting to bloom, so I'm worried about the one back there that's not doing anything except looking dead. I guess all I can do is keep waiting and hoping. Well, I think I'm going to go on, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.